Hey vinyl community, this is Chris. I just watched Andy from Andy's Vinyl Den video on 10 Jacked Records, and before that I had seen Metal Theologian's video on 10 Jacked Records. I don't know if I've seen the one that Andy mentioned, but regardless, I was able to dig out 10 Jacked Records. Like Andy indicated, I probably have plenty more that I just can't think of. These are the ones that I thought of offhand. So to show you these, start out with Savoy Brown. Blue Matter. It's got a severe case of ring wear, if you can't tell. And some other wear. I don't know what that's due to, but I can feel it. So it seems to, inside's not so bad. The record, doesn't look too bad. Parrot. So Savoy Brown, Blue Matter. Next one is Television. This is a supposedly a nice collectible edition of Marquee Moon, but as you see, there was something else that was stuck up against it, and it stuck on here. I've been trying to remove that, but this part is just, the cover's gone. The rest of it is just stuff stuck on top of it. Other than that, I think it's in pretty good shape. On Elektra. But this is pretty disappointing. I had another album similar to this. I can't remember what it was at the moment. I think it was some 60s album. I was able to remove it, and I don't know if the album's any worse after I removed it than when it had the stuff stuck on it. But at least it looks better. Pearls Before Swine. The Use of Ashes. This is just very worn, the whole album. Luckily the back is white, so you can't really tell if it's worn too. The album on Reprise doesn't look too bad, but cover is definitely very worn. A childhood album, so maybe this is jacked because of me, but Zack Early, The Monster Mash. You see on the back, it's got all sorts of sort of in the shape of ring wear, other than this, unless that's a 45, but some kind of brown stuff growing on the back. The bottom cover is split. The vinyl itself, on Wyncote, doesn't look too bad, but the forecover, another one similar to that, The Flock. I think this is their first album. Back cover, you see it's got something like ringware, but and then it's torn at the bottom. I had a roommate that was semi-handy or learning to be handy, so he had built some bookcases and varnished them, but he used varnish that didn't really dry, so when we put albums in there, this was the result. Columbia 2i label, looks in good shape, but cover's not too bad, but back cover really suffered. Another one, Gandalf. Doesn't look too bad until you remove it and look a little closer. Bottom cover split, little bit of ring wear. Top covers partially split. It's not quite in two pieces yet, or it's not quite a gatefold, even though it's not a gatefold, but it's seen some use. The album's not too bad on Capitol. Back seam is also worn, so pretty bad. Another jacked record, Cactus. You can see that from a distance. Ring wear. Severe ring wear, one way or another. Gatefold. Album, moderately okay. Some split on the cover there. Looks like some tracks, burn marks. I don't know. What could give you little burn marks with, small round things, almost the size of pellets. It's very strange. But Cactus. My 13 Floor Elevators album on International Artists. You see tape all along the seam there. You sort of see ring wear, moderate. Back cover, harder to tell, but tape. The LP, International Artist, moderately beat up, a little bit of cover splitting on the bottom, on the top there. So in general, just kind of beat up. Spooky Tooth, Spooky 2. Lots of ring wear on the cover. Top seam is split. Bottom seam is split. That's split. Record is kind of beat up. I inherited this from a friend who liked to do lots of quaaludes, so maybe he contributed to the condition of this album. You may not even realize where it is, but I have it. Last two. Woodbury. I think I ended up acquiring this for free somehow, but maybe I acquired it for free because of the condition it's in. You see some tape residue, cover's missing there. It's split here. It's split down here. Somebody ate the corner there. And the vinyl itself is not as bad as the cover. Stereoddities is the label. And then the final one, Rory Gallagher, when he was in the band Taste. Ringwear. Serious ringwear. Serious cover split. Split along the top, just not quite as bad as the back spine. Also, bottom is moderately worn. Back cover shows ringwear. Album, not as bad as the cover. Even has some writing on it there. But Rory Gallagher, Taste, jacked. So there's my Gimme 10 jacked records. Thanks for watching, everybody.